What's up guys, CJK1231 back with another hip hop album review. This time we are doing JPEG Mafia. All my heroes are cornballs. I'm sorry. This is my first time ever hearing about this artist, and this is my first time therefore even listening to a project of his. I think he had like two more before this one. But man, just off the first listen, first off, I want to say that this has to be the most experimental rap album I've ever heard, just because I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff on this album went over my head, but what kept me throughout the whole project was the funny little, like, nuances, like the name of titles and, things that he decided to insert in some of the songs. First of all, the titles to some of these songs are The title of some of these songs are just fucking crazy. The first track on the album is, what is it? Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm a fat. wait, wait a minute. It's just like, what? I'm sorry. Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm a That's the first track on the album. Oh man, the other tracks are like, what is it? Fat Tactics, Basic Bitch Tear Gas, Basic Bitch Tear Gas, Buttermilk Jesus type beat, and the following, like the last track on this 18th track album is Papi I Missed You. This is all by a guy, by the way. Not insulting his choice if he is. First of all, okay, before we get into all that, let's get into the actual album itself. Throughout listening to this album, this is a guy who is very, very much in the experimental realm. I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff, however, went over my head based on what he was rhyming and how he was rhyming. A lot of the production on here is again, it's experimental. A lot of stuff thrown in here. He ranged from hip hop to segments of country and little small parts. Like there's rock and roll metal influence in here. You can tell this guy is a guy who like basically is very astute to music, but at the same time he did put some other sounds in here. Like he has a sound from he has JPEGMAFIA, so I'm pretty sure a lot of stuff has to do with like computers. There's a computer arrow mouse on the album cover if you can find it. And throughout the album, if anybody's a fan of WWE, or as it was back then, WWF, there was this tag team wrestling duo, Edge and Christian, and Edge's theme song has a part in it where it's like, if you know me, or something like that. And that exact part is echoed throughout this whole album in different forms. It'll be played as normal, then it'll be played as a short, fast, sped up version. Sometimes it's a deeper, long out, dragged audio version of it, but it plays in certain intervals in the album. And man, I can't help to think that this is one of the artists who, this is by no means a negative that I'm trying to say when I say it, but it's almost as like he lives in his own world and he's trying to bring his own world out and express what his world is through his music and show people of this world exactly what the world he's living in is like. Which I guess you could say from an artistic standpoint, that's what we all try to do. You know what I mean? Like if you are like an artist or something, you want to just, bring how you view the world. That's the difference. Usually artists try to bring their point of view or their view of the world and tell themselves the way they can, through their stories and all that, through music. Whereas what I feel JPEGMAFIA is doing is he's basically has his own world in his head and he's just trying to introduce it to us through the music. I mean, there's a lot of sound effects in here, sample choices, like there's PS4 sounds. I think there's a Metal Gear Solid sound somewhere in here, like computer clicking sounds. We'll even get into more of those as we get into the favorite tracks. which I'm not gonna lie is pretty short for an 18 track album. Again, the humor is what kept me through most of the album, and the way some of the beats, some of the songs were structured, were very interesting. I mean, there would be times where a beat would be playing, and then like, if there's three verses, right, the first verse would have, the first and the third verse would share the same beat, where the second one would just switch up completely. Sometimes it might fade out. Sometimes, there would be like four different beats on one track. I mean, I'm probably exaggerating on it, but there are times where like there'll be like a quick intro snippet beat playing, and then there'll be another whole beat. Then the beat might stop, and then it'll get into another beat. Like, it's just crazy. This album is like, it's almost as like, I'm putting it down the trick, it's almost as like JPEGMAFIA was kind of like, okay, I have all these ideas, and I'm gonna just throw it until something sticks out of it. And whatever that is, whatever forms out of what we threw, there's the album. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very, very experimental, creative album. I will say this, though. I mean, this is one of those artists where you have to be a very big fan of the artist and follow him from day one, because otherwise you're not going to know what the hell is going on. Like, some of his rhymes, it has to be an artistic choice, because, like, he'll talk about, he raps from the perspective, not from the perspective, but some of his bars, you would think that he's a female the way he's rapping them. He's like talking about, got my pussy open, and you know what I mean, like, I'm no basic bitch and stuff like that. I don't know if he's gay or not, or I don't know if it's just the concept he's trying to roll with. I don't know, whatever it is, but if he is gay, that's his choice, and it's cool. You have a gay rapper, whatever. Again, I don't know if it's a concept and it's a deeper thing that I'm just not grasping what it means or anything. Like, again, it could be going over my head. This could be a concept album that, I don't know. But there are a lot of that. There's a lot of that on this album. So, I mean, this is definitely one of those albums where you have to be a fan from day one to even get what he's doing. Otherwise, you're just lost in the sauce. You know what I mean? Like, this is definitely not for everybody. I will say that. You have to have a certain taste, or again, be a huge fan of JPEGMAFIA. I mean, you can listen to it if you want to. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but I just know, just know that you will be taken aback, or maybe you might like it, just like any other hip hop album. It's just that this album, this experimental album, that I consider an experimental album because of the way it's presented, might deter you from hip hop if you're a first time listener. So, but beyond that, I think I said everything I wanted to say about the album in general. Just gonna make this quick. Let's get into the favorite tracks. So far, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 favorite tracks out of 18. So, I mean, let's go through them though. Beta male strategies. I love the beat, especially the beginning part and the part that it ends with. The beginning of the song and the end of the song end with a similar beat, and the middle of it is the middle song in between that time just basically switches up. He's basically talks about challenging the people that's talking crap about him, but they won't do anything to him in real life. You know what I mean? And not all of his rhymes on the song is about that one thing, but that's one that grabbed me the most out of all the verses on the book. I don't even know how many verses he has. Some songs he only has a verse, and the rest of the song will be like a skit. But that part of the song kind of grabbed me, so I decided to put it in my notes. Next, Grimy Waifu. Another funny title, by the way. If you don't know what waifu is, if you're an anime fan or just a video game fan or anything like that, or a fan of Japanese culture, waifu is something that's described as a guy or a girl, it could be whatever, but mainly guys who love a certain female character so much, to the point where it's over exaggerated, and sometimes these waifu girls are girls with big boobs, have attractive faces, drawn curved bodies and all that. You know what I mean? So, sexual symbol. But so that's why it's called Grimy Waifu. I love the beat. The hook and flow is good. The lyrics, the lyrics, if they're supposed to be the way they are in the song, I guess I just wasn't really all that into it. The lyrics themselves, the flow and everything else was amazing. Again, the title track, All My Heroes Are Cornballs, he kills it on the second verse. It's a great beat, and I love I'm reading off the notes now. Oh yeah, I love the country vibe switch at the end, even though it's for a short period of time. There are some country vibes at the end of the song. When I mean country, I mean like country, like the music genre. There's some like country instrumentation at the end of it. That's what I like about that. BBW, he talks about how he is still, basically, he still feels like a fan when he goes to these hip hop shows, when he has to perform. Sometimes when he's done performing, he'll get off stage, watch the other people perform, and he feels like a fan. The fact that basically hopes that when he's dead and gone and his time passes, that his music will help to inspire people, and basically tells kids to watch out for bullets. You know what I mean? It's an amazing track. I like it. I like the beat too. The beat is awesome. Then you have Thought Tactics, which has a great hook. And it's one verse, and he kills it. And the ad-libs are funny too towards the end. Post-verified lifestyle. The first verse is very angry. It's all about him trying to kill and murder the competition. But then the verse and the beat stops from a Peggy 12 ad that you probably might see from like Japanese video game trailers or something, where the voice you hear is Peggy 12. Yeah, he sampled that in order to stop this verse that he was basically saying, because the verse that he had before that Peggy 12 was it's kind of crazy. So you know what I mean. And after that, on the second verse, he goes into a deep dive on how he feels about certain people, like fake people who would hate him when he's alive, but then when he's dead, they're gonna go to the funeral and be like, yeah, shout out to him, R.I.P. He was the dopest. Like, that's just one of the things he touches on as far as topic wise on that particular song, But he talks about multiple other things, but again, that's the one that grabbed me, because it was like, wow, okay, he's saying something now. Then you have Basic Bitch Tear Gas, which is basically just JPEGMAFIA's rendition of TLC's Scrub. You know what I mean? Similar to what IDK did on his album First Skateboard. I think he was trying to do his rendition of A. Marie's Why Don't We Fall in Love. If you remember IDK's Is He Real album, you'll hear that. And I think JPEGMAFIA kind of did the same thing on this album, but with TLC's Scrubs on the track Basic Bitch Tear Gas. And then finally, Dot's Freestyle Mix is one of the rare tracks on where I feel like every single bar really hit as far as when he was rapping. The beat was good, but excuse me, I'm a little cold and it's getting late. It's a great track, and I really like it. Really dope. There's a lot of tracks on this album that do have one verse kind of takes, and the rest is like a skit or something being played out, instrumental. I don't want to say instrumentally. I don't know if that's a common word used, but So yeah, at the end of the day, guys, there's a lot going on with this project. It's not for the casual rap fan. You definitely would have to either be a fan or be open to the culture already to even be open to something experimental like fucking JPEGMAFIA. All my heroes are cornballs. You know what I mean? So if I had to rate this album though, I was thinking about giving it maybe. You know what? I'll give it a 3. I'll give it a 3 because a lot of the stuff sounded like it was tossed everywhere. A lot of sounds from different genres sound like it was tossed everywhere. And just the rapping, even though, I guess it was good, but then he would say things that would just make me go like, what? Again, I don't know if that was all part of the concept or whatever. Because even after, listening to this project and basically, after I formed my own opinion on it, I wanted to go down and scroll through the videos, to go to the comics, to see what the comment section, to see what they were saying, and they were basically in multiple videos saying the most disappointing track on the album, but with a smiley face. So I'm thinking, is this supposed to be something that only JPEGMAFIA and his fans know? I don't know. You know what I mean? For every single track to have the freaking words most disappointing track on an album, I don't know, guys. Anywho, guys, this has been CJK1231. Like and comment if you wish. Be safe, be cool, be smart, not dumb. And also, I'm sorry, guys. Subscribe if you decide to, or if you think that even what I'm doing now is worthy of the subscription. You know, I always say I never want to force people to subscribe to something that they're not going to get their enjoyment's worth out of, because I know I wouldn't do it. So if you do decide to subscribe, then thank you even more. So, and you can click that notification bell to get notified of when more videos of mine pop up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, guys, as far as what's next, I gotta still review the Rascastle All Nights 2 album and a couple of more albums, I believe so. I know I keep saying I'm gonna get to that Friday the 13th and Super Street Fighter 2 things, but you know, things are gonna have to take time on those things for right now, especially because this hip hop review thing is going real fast. Because there's a lot more to review than there is to watch a franchise series or be, you know what I mean, playing the video game. So I mean, I'm gonna try to see if I can squeeze all of that in. Again, nothing's ever promised, but you know, I'm definitely gonna try. So, yeah, guys. With that being said, until next video, be safe, be at peace, and one love. All right.